Using tools and techniques to determine budget can help project managers to be more accurate, efficient, transparent, and agile in the budgeting process. This is because the tools and techniques can take into account a variety of factors, automate tasks, track assumptions, and update the budget quickly. In this lecture, we will be discussing expert judgment, cost aggregation, data analysis, historical information review, funding limit reconciliation, and financing as tools and techniques to the process of determined budget process and the outputs which comprise cost baseline, project funding requirements, and the project document updates, the elements of which are cost estimates, project schedule, and risk register. The project managers will gain access to the expertise of individuals who have relevant experience and knowledge in similar projects or industries. By consulting with experts, they can gain insights into potential cost drivers, resource requirements, and potential risks. The valuable input of subject matter experts will help make informed decisions and refine the budget estimates. Project managers break down the project's work packages and tasks into smaller components. They will group these components into various categories, for instance, labor, material, equipment, overheads, and contingency costs. This process enables them to identify all cost elements associated with the project and provides a structured approach to estimating the budget. Data analysis is a major aspect of budget determination. The project manager will engage in several techniques to analyze project data. For instance, reserve analysis, which can establish the management reserves for the project. Management reserves are an amount of the project budget withheld for management control purposes and are reserved for unforeseen work that is within the scope of the project. Management reserves are intended to address the unknown unknowns that can affect a project. The management reserve is not included in the cost baseline but is part of the overall project budget and funding requirements. When an amount of management reserves is used to fund unforeseen work, the amount of management reserve used is added to the cost baseline, thus requiring an approved change to the cost baseline. The project managers will review data from past projects that are similar in nature to the current one. This historical information will help to understand how costs were incurred in those projects, providing insights into potential cost patterns, trends, and benchmarks. The project managers will evaluate the available funding constraints and align them with the project's budget's requirements. This step makes sure that they do not exceed the allocated funds while still meeting the project's objectives. It involves finding the balance between scope, quality, and cost to deliver a successful project within the specified funding limits. Financing considerations involve identifying the funding sources for the project. The project managers need to determine how and when the allocated funds will be dispersed to cover various project costs. By defining the financial structure, they can secure a steady flow of resources throughout the project lifecycle.